If you've ever been on the bad end of an unfair trade between you and somebody else, you got the bad end of the deal, you might not like what Jesus is going to say to us in this Sunday's gospel. Today's gospel is a reading from St. Luke, where Jesus carries on with his sermon on the plain. Last week we heard blessings and woes, and this just keeps going. Jesus is expanding on it, adding some more stuff. He's still talking to the same crowd. All right? So here we go. A reading from the gospel according to St. Luke. Glory to you, O Lord. But I say to you that listen, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who abuse you. If anyone strikes you on the cheek, offer the other one as well. And from anyone who takes away your coat, do not withhold even your shirt. Give to everyone who begs from you. And if anyone takes away your goods, do not ask for them again. Do to others as you would have them do to you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. If you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. If you lend to those from whom you hope to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners to receive as much again. But love your enemies, do good, and lend, expecting nothing in return. Your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High. For He, God, is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. The gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Have you ever traded something? Have you ever had friends, you sit down and you've got stuff and they got stuff, and you're like, okay, I'll trade you this for that. Like maybe you've done it with Halloween candy. Maybe you've done it with Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering cards. We used to do it with fish hooks. Okay, as kids, we fished a lot. And we'd all have our tackle boxes, and they'd be loaded with fish hooks. And we'd get out, and we'd all fish, and we'd catch fish, try different things, and some would work, some wouldn't. And then we'd sit down afterwards and be like, okay, like this one caught like 4 fish. And everybody have all their hooks laid out, and you'd try and make a trade. You know, I'll trade you, like this one caught 4 fish. I'll trade you this one for like 3 of yours. And you'd try and make this trade where everybody was like feeling like they got the deal, right? That's called reciprocity, reciprocal, okay? The same on both sides, like feeling like both sides won, all right? And it was huge in Jesus' culture. It was huge in Greco-Roman culture, where how you were treated, you treated somebody else. But it was always like equal, you know what I'm saying? Jesus comes along and he gives us this set of examples that really challenge us when it comes to feeling like we didn't get the bad end of the deal, okay? So he starts telling us things like, love your enemies. Who does that? Pray for those who persecute you. If somebody comes along and steals your stuff, don't go get it back. What do you mean don't go get it back? If you lend money to somebody, do it not ever expecting to get repaid. If you lend money to your friend for lunch, you expect that they're bringing that $5 back tomorrow or the next day, right? Jesus says, that's not how it works in my world. The kingdom, the world that I'm trying to bring, the changes that I'm trying to affect in this world, mean that we need to give more than what we're getting. We need to give more than what's expected. Reciprocal isn't enough. This is a next level of interactions with people around us. This is doing life the way God would do life. This is how Jesus sees the best coming out. Now imagine like both sides of the equation are starting to think this. And suddenly it's not like, what can I get out of this? It's, what can I give? How can I love that person best? And it includes some really challenging stuff. It includes something like praying for our enemies. That's beyond just trading cards or fish hooks. And that's what Jesus is calling us to. He said, I'm trying to build a new, better world here. This is how it's going to happen. God is love. God is merciful. Unbounding in love. Unbounding in mercy. And this is just the start of how you and me can bring that kind of mercy to the world. I know, it's challenging. It's a good one, though. Remember, whenever we see this going on, we're watching love in action. Jesus is love in action. He loves us, loves you guys. I love you guys too. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.